For work, I gotta take the train around 90 minutes from where I leave to get to the location. I spend about an hour and so on the train every day, going back and forth from the A, B, C, D line to the number line. I see a lot of stuff in the train every single day. So I was gonna write down on each one how often I see this, but it's just too much for me to do when it comes to writing and like aiming and shrinking and then moving things over and making it look pretty and it's just too much. So I'm going to go down the list here in order and let you guys, whoever the fuck wants to listen to this, how often and I've been doing this for like 20 plus years and I've seen the train stuff there, but more so now that I need to take the train for a long period of time versus like a half hour or whatever a day, long period of time going back and forth there every single day. And probably what the price should be, the fine should be for said actions. Okay, so for this one, the top one fare evasion, okay, so for the top one fare evasion, I'm gonna do a star system. 5 stars means I see this almost all the time. And 4 stars means I see it pretty often. And then 3 stars, kinda, and then 2 stars, and 1 star was like barely ever. So let's start up with fare evasion. 5 stars. I see this everywhere. I see it from every demographic. Women, men, Chinese, everybody, Indian people. I've seen everybody up the damn train when they can. White people in their neighborhoods, Indian people in their neighborhoods, Chinese people in their neighborhoods. Depends on what neighborhood you go to. You can tell what kind of area it is because the cops are always over there blocking people. I see fare evasion every single fucking day. So now that I think about it, $100 fine isn't really that difficult to see why it's that high. When it's not really hurting anybody, it's hurting them because like many people do it every single day. So 5 stars when I see it every single day for fare evasion. Littering. I barely see that one. That is a 1 out of 5. I rarely see anybody actually litter on there. Every now and then, it's extremely rare, but I do see it, but not nearly as much. No. Like with my own eyes, seeing someone litter on the train, I rarely see that. Interference with movement, aka stopping the doors from closing, things like that. They're hitting the emergency brake there for like no reason. It is rare. I have seen it, that someone pulling the emergency brake, but it's extremely rare occurrence. And the fine for that one should be higher because it causes a lot of delays and people's, and it hurts people per se. It hurts people because you're wasting their time. So the fine should be higher, double the fine. I rarely ever see it, but the fine should be higher because of what it does to the trains and the people. Smoking indoors. Thank you, Eric Adams. So smoking indoors, that should be $100 fine. I see that thing 3 out of 5, honestly. I definitely do see it. It's like maybe in a month I'll see it once. So yeah, but it should be higher. The reason why is because you're definitely making other people in the crowd feel uncomfortable. You can see it visually. You can smell it, making people go away from you, move in between cars, potentially miss their train, get up out of the seat, and potentially there's a lot of problems when it comes to cigarettes. Not only the cigarette itself there, but it could light something on fire in a trash can or on the track or something and causing a delay. So the fine $50 for that one alone, maybe the people that made this chart there smoked themselves there, so maybe it's not going to be that high. But it definitely should be higher because of what the potential could be. Going in between cars, 4 out of 5. I see that pretty fucking often, bro. Every single day, I'll see it pretty fucking often. Very, very often. 4 to 5 compared to the the fare evasion, which I see like almost guaranteed every day. If yeah, 4 to 5 there, because when I take the train for like a half hour, I won't see it, but for like an hour, I probably will see it. Um, should be higher because it's extremely dangerous. It makes the passengers feel uncomfortable because the loud sound of going in the door opening and closing. Yeah, and yeah, it's just it's a hazard waiting to happen. With the kids doing stupid shit on trains and whatnot there. Stupid teens. So yeah, the fine should be higher for that kind of shit there. And I do see it pretty often where they could make a good amount of money off of that one for just that kind of bullshit. And I have rarely seen anybody get in trouble for doing that one. I think one time ever in my life. One time ever. And that is insane. Because I see it so fucking often. Seat obstruction, $50 fine. That should be higher to like $100 because making pedestrians feel uncomfortable and you're doing it intentionally. And yeah, like rush hour stuff there. Someone's taking up 5 seats and shit like that there. Yeah, $100 fine for that one. Yeah, and I do see it pretty often. I gotta say 3 out of 5 for that one. Cause it's usually black guys. I'm not gonna, skinny black guys. I'm not gonna lie. It's usually them. Occasionally I'll see a white guy doing that one, but no other race. Yeah, and I see it pretty often on the trains, to justify that the increase should be higher. And if the police like see inside like the cars, they'll see someone sleeping, but they usually don't look at the cars, which is ridiculous. Here's where it gets stupid. Commission of harmful acts. So you're saying that if you hit somebody, it's as big a fine as hopping the train? Are you fucking stupid? $500 minimum. Don't hit anybody, you fucking idiots. You hurt our wallet, you hurt somebody, $100. No, fuck that. Higher. Treat people better. Vandalism or obstruction of traffic. Getting in the way, $200 fine. Because that is an issue. I do not see that often. I do see it, but it's like a 1 out of 5. It's not really that often, but it definitely does happen. Commission of harmful acts like hitting somebody, I do not see it often. But yeah, I know it does happen because of the YouTube clips there. I don't think I've ever seen it in person before. So that probably goes to a 0 out of 5 for me in my experiences. Like someone's like actually hitting somebody or striking somebody. Never seen it before. Acting like a fool, yelling loudly, I'll get to that one, but yeah, I see that pretty often. Carrying weapons, I've never seen anybody carry a weapon on the train. Online, someone took a picture or video of it. It has happened, but in my personal experiences, I've never seen that happen before. So yeah, yeah. The fine $500 because if it potentially make riders uncomfortable, $500 for sure. And of course harm people, $500. Use of unauthorized MetroCard. I'm not too familiar with that one. So yeah, graffiti or using graffiti. So $75 if someone has to remove that graffiti with a special kind of paint remover and pay that worker X amount of money, $75. But you don't have to pay anybody for hopping the fare. Anyway, throwing objects. Potentially dangerous. $75 is fine. If you hit anybody with it, bump it up to $150. Because that's obviously a harmful act per se. So, yeah, maybe double dip. Riding outside the vehicle. Higher. $200. You're not hurting anybody per se. You could potentially hurt yourself being an idiot. But yeah, it should be higher than $200 there. In my life, have I ever seen that? No, I've never seen that in person. Online, but I've never seen that in person. Carrying long objects, subjective. Carrying obstructive objects, subjective. Hazardous objects, subjective. Per se. What is hazardous to somebody? I've seen this pretty often. 3 out of 5 for that one. Someone selling a MetroCard, $60. Non-treasury, I don't know what that is really. Sleeping were hazardous. I never seen that. Gambling, I never seen me gambling in the subway. Unnecessary noise, that I see 4 out of 5. Someone yelling like an idiot, someone blasting music in the subway cars, I'll see it pretty. I'll hear it pretty fucking often. 4 to 5 for sure. Unnecessary, absolutely. I see it pretty often. It's ridiculous. Drinking of alcohol, I have seen it, but not really that often. 1 out of 5. Impairment by alcohol. If basically if you're drunk, maybe they are, and if that's the case, 3 out of 5. I've seen people do some stupid shit in person before, and it's rare-ish, but like I see it kind of often. So yeah, 3 out of 5. Breach of peace, whatever the hell that is. That could be unnecessary noise. So yeah, one and the same. Entering, should know better. That's fine. Unauthorized parking in a subway. Oh, anyway, unauthorized entrance, exits. I think they're talking about the gates, and then that's why they usually don't. They usually don't stop people from using the gate because it's only a $50 fine. I think so. Posting notices or signs. Okay. Unauthorized non-transit use, whatever that is, activity, whatever, interfering with passenger movement, holding them back. That's kind of weird. I don't see any of this shit often, if ever. Activity near construction, whatever. What is activity? What do you mean by that? Excessive noise. Didn't you already do that one? All right, that's it for now. Clack off.